Now you know a lot about Christmas trees.
That's correct. I was a farmer and I grew up and I used to own the place with my brother, and I grew up on a farm and we grew trees, and I still grow trees on my farm today.
So if I were to ask you some questions about choosing the perfect Christmas tree, you're the guy to ask?
I'm one of the guys to ask. You can ask me.
All right.
The perfect Christmas tree is really a matter of your perspective. What you like, what you see. You know, do you like them skinny? Do you like them nice and a little bigger around? Do you want them thick and full, or do you want them spaced? And different people want different things. Different people want to see their ornaments and not the tree so much. So they don't want a tree really thick and full. Other people want to see the tree. The tree has to be totally thick and totally full. So different people want different things in trees. And there's also a tradition that goes with this. Some people will not accept anything but, let's say, a Scotch pine, because that's what their grandparents and that's what they had as a family all their life.
So what are the difference between the trees? You just mentioned Scotch pine. So we know there's a Douglas fir, there's a Scotch pine, there's a whole variety. So what are the differences between the trees?
Okay. The most popular tree today is a Fraser fir. This is a Fraser fir, okay? Fraser firs they tend to retain their needles really well. They also have a bluish undertinge, okay? They're generally very thick. They generally fill in very nice, and they have that nice cone shape. So if you're thinking of cone, they generally are a nice cone shape. They do very well. Excellent needle retention, so you get less needles dropping. They have a good cone shape, and they're very thick and full. Let's just say another fir is a balsam. A balsam fir, this is a balsam right over here. Very similar. It has a bit nicer aroma. It'll tend to really bring out the smell.
I wish you could smell this from here.
Yeah, you can't smell it, unfortunately. But they have an extremely nice aroma, very similar to a Fraser, but they don't retain the needles as well as a Fraser. So that's why it's gone to Fraser fir more than the balsam fir. But the balsam has a better aroma. Here, this one's a noble fir. And noble firs have a little longer needles. Okay?
Oh, I like this one.
Very nice, very soft, and very nice needle retention.
I was just going to say, it's very soft.
Maybe even better needle retention than the Fraser fir. The problem with it, it's a very dear tree because it is not growing in this area. It has to be shipped in all the way from British Columbia or maybe the southern states such as North Carolina, South Carolina, that area. This tree right here, this is a concolor. This is an extremely nice tree. Now I'm going to do something here. This tree here retains its needles amazing, but it generally is very open, so you got more room, but it smells like oranges. Put that up to your nose.
Oh, it does smell like oranges.
One of the nicest scented trees going is the concolor fir, okay? But it has a very different look, so some people don't like the look. It's more an open look, looks more like a Scotch pine. Okay, so that's a concolor, very nice tree, but it's not generally as full as a noble or a Fraser.
More trees, come on!
This is a Scotch pine right here. We've got the saw going, we're trimming up some trees. Sorry about the noise in the background. This here is a Scotch pine, and if you feel it, it's far more, it's pricklier, okay? It's far more, it's that more. It also tends to have a lot of this inside it.
Oh, okay.
And it'll drop a little quicker, but also it's a traditional tree. Some people have to have a Scotch.
So would that be like the Charlie Brown tree?
No.
Oh, okay.
A Charlie Brown tree I'm going to show you in a second. This is a white pine. Now if you feel the white pine, it's the softest of all the needles. It'll tend to droop a little more. Makes a very pretty tree too, but will not hold ornaments as nice. Okay? And it's also got very long needles. Sometimes people don't like them because when you go to clean up, they'll get stuck in the vacuum cleaner and that sort of thing. It's more of a traditional tree, makes a nice tree, has a great look, very soft. Okay? Okay, any other questions?
Yeah, so how do we know how fresh the tree is? Like, we don't want to pick up a tree and all of a sudden it be dried out, so...
The one thing is, you can usually feel a tree. You can feel the tree, and if you shake the tree, you'll see the needles will fall off, and generally it should be supple, and when you bend it, it shouldn't break, okay? It should still bend all the way and go all the way back, okay? And that generally tells you the tree is pretty fresh. Needles shouldn't fall off when you handle it. That should be pretty fresh.
Excellent.
Okay.
And best thing to keep our tree, want to keep it in a gallon container?
The best thing you can do for any tree is to keep water in it after you get it home. You know, if you're not going to keep water in it, you keep it outside, so you keep it cold or frozen if you can, and then as soon as you bring it in, keep water in your stand at all times. Never let it dry out. It constantly will pull it up, and that water will evaporate into the room and keep the needles fresh for at least 2 to 3 weeks. Any Fraser fir or any type of fir will almost do that for 3 weeks, so you're good to put it up any time in December, right through to Christmas, almost through to New Year's.
Right.
Okay.
Great. So we can come get our tree right now if we want.
You can get your tree right now. It's an excellent time. It's cooler, and Christmas is coming. We only got 2 more weeks till Christmas.
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome. Good.